Midland, Texas. I'm out here in the country today, garage selling, and I stopped by this house that I was supposed to buy back when I was first moving over here in 2008, and there's a story that goes along with that. Basically, a supervisor, Dane Wiggins, had called me and wanted me to look at this job here in Midland, and I did, and I didn't bid on it, and then he had it upgraded specifically for me, and then asked me to look at it again, and so I did, and then I went ahead and signed the papers, agreed to come over here to Midland. I found a home that was for sale by owner. It was one of our vendors' friends, and it was here at 4201 Todd Road. That's where I'm at right now, and it was owned by Greg Harris. I drove over here, and it wasn't for sale. There wasn't a for sale sign on it, and I met Mr. Harris, looked at the property, and we made a handshake deal, and basically what I was going to do was sell my Hobbs home, cash out my equity, and pay cash for this one, which was a fixer-upper, and buy it as is. And so it was a done deal. With the relocation agreement with my company, then I was a guaranteed sale. It's just a matter of time. You find the buyer. Either way, the company was going to buy the home. I was moving. I had no choice. And so right before I'm ready to move, and when I talked to Mr. Harris, he sells this home to somebody else. Okay, and so that put me in a bind, and because then I was already agreed to move, and I had nowhere to go. I was homeless, and what he said was, a guy just come knocking on his door and offered a little bit more than what we agreed upon, and no for sale sign, it wasn't listed. And that was it. I felt like it was sabotage. I'd only told family and friends about it, and that might be part of what happened here. And because of the home over there that I did buy at 3802 Fair Circle, I was later told I was chosen to buy that home. And so anyways, here, all the events that happened at the other home, 2 years later, I figure out somebody's breaking into the home. I start calling the police, the Texas Rangers, the FBI, the DEA, and then I'm ambushed and shot in my home. Never worked again. It destroyed my life, ended my career, crippled me. And but after I got out of the hospital one day, I decided to drive out here by this home, and that's where I'm at right now. And just to look at it and reminisce and just think, what if I just bought that other home, which was the plan when I first moved over here. And when I drove out here, I saw a car parked there that I saw parked in my cul-de-sac. I was absolutely 100% positive that car that was parked in front of this house out here, I had seen many times in front of my cul-de-sac, and I suspected it was a vehicle that was connected to the repeated break-ins of my house, because that was going on 14 months before I was shot. And so I felt like somewhere this house and the owner, whoever bought it, was bought, according to the Midland County Appraisal District, bought by Renee Molinar, that somehow somebody knew something about what was going on as far as the other house and me moving, and even the price that I had a deal for and all that. And so and then that's when I got a realtor. I got Janine Pruitt, and she showed me several houses, and then I looked at that one. Mike Lawhon dies, and then Sarah drops the price. That was his widow, dropped the price $35,000, and on a $130,000 house, which is an incredible amount, and offered it to me if I would buy it. And of course, I had cash money, and I bought it. And I thought it was my good fortune at the time, not knowing it was rigged for murder, and racketeering and crime and all that. But anyway, that's the history. I'll show you a picture of this house.